want an introduction to me. My claim to fame, my name is Wiley. I do a little vocals, some sweet, sweet singing. But first is a bomb, we're gonna bring it. This bomb is very serious. Goes by the name of Lord Abdullah. Now, Lord Abdullah can't be beat. Go on, Lord, knock him off his seat.
Well, I'm a preacher, teacher, high priest in the West. We ran through the fire and passed the silly test. When you hear this on the mic and wonder what we say, it feels so good because it's the righteous way. Yes, we're kicking the beat that's in tune with your soul from our raw heritage that was put on hold. Now we got the mic, universal live. Don't hand us no lowdown around the way job. You see, we let you get past it was a piece of thing to do, but we knew in time true love was coming through. Now we're kicking to all the righteous girls in the world. Use their time with patience, learning how to care about our future's sake and victorious nation. Hallelujah, peace, shalom, assalamu alaikum.
Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another.
All over the world, yes, from coast to coast, this is one time when the women compose. Righteousness comes in many degrees. In every denomination we are very pleased. So you can play near the church, the temple, the masjid. One thing for sure, it should never be hid. The park, the restaurant, the jeep and the cars and on the dance floor, wherever they are. Now it took some time to get the message to you, but these here words, yes, are also true. You never complain, you do what you gotta do. Being domestic, companion, educated too. That's right, righteous and international, my friend. Around the world, yes, from end to end. Around the way, girl, who are you trying to fool? A righteous girl gets straight A's in school.
Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another.
86 to Sandy Code Green. Internet shout out to all the righteous queens. From a 19 over and above, working with the spirit of the heavenly dove. And we're checking in all over the world. Recognize the beautiful righteous girls. Once we see a difference, we're not deaf, no more blind. We represent the minister, you're a special kind. You're the best in the world, gorgeous righteous girls. Living for peace, yes, throughout the world. You're perfecting of the light that's called forth. Submitted to the man, yes, of your choice. Help build our own nation all the time. With no selfishness, using the highest state of mind. Giving all to the children, backbone to the nation. Never claiming the fame, you're a great sensation. Intellectual when there needs to be, and very sexy when the light is green. Sister,
brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another. Sister, brother, brother, learn to live with one another.
Sweet manifestation of power and might, with your pride stride as you carry the light, paving the way for our future's sake. A mother who's beloved and very great. Motivating, stimulate, renewing your love with your high marks from the heavens above. White gloves inspection, clean as can be, virtuous and very happy. You recognize the condition of this land and you still choose to live out life's true plan. You have no fear from any harm. You nurture our seed as we carry on, well disciplined, and that's no lie. And to all the world, yes, we testify. Congratulations, because righteousness is true, and this rap is dedicated to all of you. House Rock Rocks, congratulations to the best, to the maidens of the north, south, east, and west. House Rock unity on top of the world. You are our wealth and we really care. House Rock music with that special beat, giving our girls just a righteous treat. So step to the future, House Rock's alive. House Rock's the next, we don't take no job. We appreciate the dignity that you live by, in accordance with our Christian, our righteous ties. We dedicate this record to be all yours, righteous girls.
Welcome to the Holy Tabernacles Ministry, Midwest Boss, Little Gigi. From the carbon to the pressure of the commerce, what brings about the diamond that's put on the pinky finger, that gives about the cutting edge that is to the heart to cut out the lies and the misinformation.
Congratulations to the best, to the maidens of the north, south, east, and west. House Rock unity on top of the world. You are our wealth and we really care. House Rock music with that special beat, giving our girls just a righteous treat. So step to the future, alive. Housewives connection, we don't take no job. We appreciate the dignity that you live by. In accordance with our future and our righteous ties, we dedicate this record to be all yours. A righteous girl, yeah, I'm far. Peace out. So how'd you like that, man? Can't touch this.
Just want to let you know, this is one of my I9 Nation coming through, Nasty Nation, real nasty. So if you don't like the nasty part, the sexual healing type of thing, cut this shit off, okay? I just want to say, the book of Revelation was no mystery to me. I'm in the order of the high priest called Malachi. Now, Malachi is when you're totally free, with the third eye open so the mind
To
can
guide
see.
those who are
Now,
lost
my
from
total
what we
existence
call
from the galactic
Gabori,
site is
or
compelled
Big
to
Big
bring in a
and the
marvelous
biggest.
life.
The
And with
biggest
the 24
interpretation,
elders, and we
the
want you
biggest
to know,
directions, the
knowledge
biggest
is
one
infinite
to give
anywhere I
you what
go.
is needed.
Came down in a
Gabori
whirlwind full
from
of fun,
Gabriel,
with knowledge of many
the
worlds from the
pinky,
heavens above.
to guide you
You
to
see,
where
I
you need
travel
to
through
be
space
at.
to correct your ill mind.
As many have come
Interplanetary
to
move you call it social time. And there's no mistake, I'm not with the living dead. Check out the halo right above my head. And when you come into my aura, feel my blessed vibe. My attraction alone to make you satisfied. You see, I'm constant, rhythmic, forming and arranging. Like the four seasons, always changing. In and out of your precious mind, and in the next before the change of time. From the galaxy of truth is where I come from. Is above your silly games of getting high and having fun. I'm an intelligent life force, you better believe. Representation from another galaxy. Here to motivate and select you. Show what the problem, make it brand new. Open up your eyes so you will never be disguised about the things that's living deep down inside. Now the book of Revelation is no mystery to me. I'm in the order of the high priest called Malachi. Now Malachi is when you're totally free, with the third eye open so the mind can see. You see, my total existence from a galactical site is compelled to bring you in a marvelous flight. And with the 24th elders, we want you to know, knowledge is infinite anywhere I go. Came down in a whirlwind full of fun. Knowledge of many worlds from the heavens above. Travel through space to correct your ill mind. Interplanetary movies, you call it social time. Now there's no mistake, we're not with the living dead. Check out the halo right above my head, and when you come into my aura, feel my blessed vibe, my attraction alone to make you satisfied. I'm constant, rhythmic, forming and arranging.
See
Like
Gabriel,
the
but
seasons,
didn't know
always
who
changing.
he was, because at that time it was not
In and out
to
of your
be
precious
known.
mind,
And as
and
we
then the next
proceed,
before the
you will
change
see
of time.
by the moving and the shaking who Gabriel is. He came under the light of the stars, seven-pointed, which...
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm here. I9 Nation of the Elohim. Woman discipline. Every woman needs discipline. And that's what it's all about. It's about discipline. It's about getting your mind back on track because something happened. And the only ones that basically can put you back on is the Elohim. And I am I9 from the Elohim Society. I just want to welcome each of y'all to the show. Basically, we had another show running on this channel, and we had to get that show off for now so we can update you and bring you with the news from the Elohim. And that's how the good Lord works. So I just want to give all the praises and say Hotep Washug and the Hotep family was a part of the soul line, which they call the bloodline, which is really the sound or everlasting vibrations that kept us going every generation. I say peace, shalom, assalamu alaikum, hotep wa shug. And we're going to talk about one word today. We're going to talk about the weather. And basically how you're being tricked into
for the
weatherman
perfection of you,
controlling
which was
weather
the
through
Sabbath,
you. The
giving
word
you the
weather
8
It's at we
for the 8 wheels
at
for
her.
the 8-pointed star.
See, or we there. But in reality, the weather is comes through us. You see, it comes through us as a unified people, and it also comes through the Elohim. And so when they say that the scientists control the weather, what they do, they'll put images up, which they call chemtrails. You see it. You think it's going to rain. They say it's going to rain. And they make you make it rain. And right now, a lot of y'all is on a level where you're just listening, and anything that sounds good is good, and the word good is only the word guarded, and the word safe, is to be in a place. And a lot of you say, well, what am I saying? And if you do not know what I'm saying, I mean, it's not for you at this time. Not to say it's not going to ever be for you, but at this time it's not for you. I'm looking at this book, and one of the so-called leaders says, I haven't given no names, that the Holy Quran doesn't give any promises to the woman about paradise for being righteous all their lives. And the reason why
Bringing back
that is
all the prophets
because
and our way
women
of life,
already have
those
duty
men
and
who prove the
responsibility,
existence
and they are the
of
little
not only the
creators
heavens
of
but the
planet.
woman on earth.
And that sounds
He
that
is
sounds
the
good
light
to
that
you,
shineth
and I'm
in
going
the
to explain it to you real
darkness.
quick. They say that women give birth after 9 months, but they never talk about the 9 months that she's creating that baby within herself, within her womb. They call it the womb, and it's spelled with a W. So the symbol or the letter of the W is 2 U's, double of the U's. So the word womb man or woman actually means See, they can never take anything away from you. They say subtract, which sub means below, and track is the groove. But see, the whole thing is yours. Just like if you look at a map, you'll see roads, that corresponds to that particular area in the map. And you would think that road covers a lot of area, but in reality it don't. It's an illusion. Actually, the whole map is an illusion. You see? And it's a trick. Shapes create illusion. That's why you have different types of maps conveying different type of information. And information is to inform action. And informing your brain to respond to a certain
Make it your
situation
business to
or a
listen
certain height or a certain
and try to
you know,
learn so you
information
will
to
overstand and
inform
make
you.
that connection
And this is how the
with your
Elohim do.
oversoul
Some
and
people
the
want to call
energies
it
that's
sound
without of
healing.
you through your
People
portals.
want to call it right knowledge. Right knowledge. First of all, the word knowledge is to know and the ledge of knowing. And so basically that's a small portion of anything. Now, if they wanted to be right, they would have said knowing. And the only knowing would have made it more. And then they say right knowledge. They say right, you're supposed to be right. If you was all right, you would be, and not left and right, balanced, you would be lopsided. So it's a lot of things that we have to change. And that's where the womb man comes in. And that's where the woman comes in. The word woman is actually the word That's it. say it again. The word woman is the word The word womb man, right, is the word See, it's just so much that you really have to learn to get back to what you need to do. People complain about things that happen to us, and they say we are black. Well, first of all, we're not black, and that's a problem. That's a problem to you because when you associate yourself with black, you're blocking yourself from so many other, so much information, so much knowing that you can have about our soul line, or what they call timeline or bloodline. If you notice that they say that that womb man came from man, that is impossible because it's not seen. So it's not fact. If you're going to deal with fact, you have to deal with your senses and what you see, not things that has been written down. Because writing is an invention that they used, and it hasn't been here that long either. What they did have, they had pictograms, and the pictogram actually described something in the shape of what it was. If it was a body, if it was a fish, or whatever. You know what it is from, it was a duplication of your duplication of what you've seen from the duplication of life. You see? And this is how, we duplicate ourselves. So it's a lot of things that we're going to talk about with this series, the I-9 series, which your host I-9 is the womb and discipline, actually, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take for you to learn out what you need to do. Let me give you an example. They talk about the last prophet. Okay, when they say prophet, they don't explain the word prophet. The word prophet is the word prove it. That's it. And what he proved to the men, he proved to the men that it was a higher existence. But the higher existence, he took it, he went past the womb man. So he was speaking of their higher existence, or who created them. So when he said Allah, he didn't have the feminine way of explaining it, which was Alat. But Alat was there was 360 idols that was in the Kaaba. So he had to have a reference point. So he used the reference point of Allah. But there is no name. But there's a reference point. And with the reference point, right, he was chosen to give the laws so it would be fair. And then somebody else was going to come and they was going to change the laws, revise the laws, as they call the Mahdi, from Mahdi, from Hadi, from Huda, Yahuda, like that, and which is a guide, or what they would call a Messiah, to wipe up, clean up, straighten out, and renew. In each generation, you have certain people that come to do this. So, but the discipline is what we all going to need to do what we need to do. Some people didn't have the patience because they wanted money. You see, they didn't have the patience. So they was on warp speed, they didn't have the patience. So now, when we talk about Muhammad's name was not Muhammad. Muhammad's name was Ahmed. So they switched up down the line, and we'll go through that. So when people say Muhammad, it wasn't Muhammad, it was Ahmed. So they really should be saying Ahmed. And from the Ahmed, in the Ahmed is Huda. But you probably can't see it now, but I'll let you know right now. But I'm also a warner. I bring glad tidings to those who have faith. And those who have faith because they were chosen.
The 8-pointed star
Not a thing where
represents the
one
144,000
can
from
grab
all points of the
and
planet
say,
Earth.
well, you know what?
It is our
I
compass
got
for
it.
all of us
And
to
I
come back
got it.
together
But
and be a
the word
family.
Huda or Al-Hadi, right, means guide. You see, and they say the guide, and they could say the guide at that time because it was a guide for that particular time. It was a guide for that to guide them. This was the word guide is the same thing, similar to good. And with the word God means that it's guarded and not to be told. Because it wasn't nothing really to be told. They made up something just to say. When they say I am, it's so many different interpretations, and we'll get into that too. See, and it's so much to learn, you know, and one day at a time you can get it. But the worst thing I've seen thus far is those people who lie. They claim they want to be right, and then they do other things. And when you do that, you place yourself ahead of those who don't know and doing wrong. See, they don't know and doing wrong, and they don't have a chance. Everybody's going to hear these words, and a lot of you are going to hear from me. So I am who I am, and that's I-9. So women need discipline. See, the word woman is the word so the needs discipline. She knows she needs discipline. She knows there's something wrong, but she's a survivor. So she'll continue to do wrong. She'll continue to do wrong until she dies, actually, unless we continue to give her better choices. It's all about choices. You know, just like the word Theos, Thehos. In English is the hose. See? So, but when you say hose, it's a problem. But when Santa Claus say ho, 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 that wasn't the problem. So people really don't know the situation that they're in. You teach somebody, you give them everything, and they still want to shit you. They still want to do the same thing. They want to take the knowledge, but they want to live wrong. And that's not a good thing. And that it doesn't last that long. People think that they get over, but they really get over on themselves. Because actually, I'm walking backwards doing this, like the moonwalk. See, the Most High wouldn't send somebody to guide somebody if they didn't know the route. And that's what people don't understand. I'll give you an example. Say you have some kids that grew up in a community and they learned different languages. And while they was there, they learned all these languages, and they was considered to be save the children. But they never did nothing with it. And then they started going back to the clubs. And then they started getting high. And while they were there, they were doing wrong. So what makes them better than any other children? There is none. We're all going to start all over again. And we're all going to help one another. And people say, well, I got a choice. They got a choice. You have no choice. You have the will of the Most High. And if you're not in that will, it's like a box. If you're not in the will, you're not in the will. So, and that's what people have to realize. That there is instructions. It's only two lawgivers on the planet. You see? And that was Moses and Muhammad. And what they did, they gave the law so the womb man could take her place back, because it was taken. It was taken way back in Egypt, which really wasn't Egypt. They call it Kemet, or they call it Mizraim, but it wasn't either of those. Kemet was the key of truth. The word Emet means truth, and the Kemet was the key to truth. But the word Kemet was not with a K, it was with an H. It was Hermet, which is her truth. You see, because that is your creator. The womb man is your creator. And this is what she has to wake up and find out. And then from there, she get the discipline that she needs to do what she needs to do. So all you sisters out there that thought you give birth, no, you create. Birth was the last part of that creation in your womb. The womb was the that you are, and that was your heaven. This is why it says the Most High is, and this is why it says that the Most High is within. Your womb is the heaven or the haven that helped create it. The body, which is the dense part, the light that's in the body comes from the crown chakra, which is actually still extended from you through your etheric glands, because you're an Etherian. So we're going to leave you with that, and I hope each of you have a blessed day. And actually the word is barakat, because blessed is to be less. So be less out of this system and be more of who you are. And I'll get with you the next time. You have a great day.